A number of people in this room will know that I have been consistently against this change. I asked that actually the subsidy amount was never changed, but I agreed that the consultation should go out to look for a maximum of contribution from our hardest hit residents of 25%. That wasn't the case. So even though the consultation said a maximum of 50%, we are now actually looking at that 50%. So let's just have a look at those figures. Someone on just £100 a week in a Band A house, so they can't downsize, they've already cut their cloth accordingly, they're already on the minimum housing costs that they can be. They're currently paying £27.80 per month in council tax. That will go up to £79.50. That difference is return bus fares to 2 or 3 days a week for that month, or even a week's food. When you are counting every single penny, to have a cut of that amount when you look at it in context for somebody's living costs is huge. When the subsidy changed from 100% to 82.5%, there was a 13% increase in council tax arrears, and this is according to Citizens Advice Bureau. There was a 13% increase in council tax arrears across Wirral and a 65% increase in bailiff interactions. Can we even begin to calculate the effect of this on the lives of people who have very little already? Our own consultation shows that 71% of respondents were against the 50% and 62% against reducing the disregard. We have 30 people on carers allowance who will no longer have their allowance disregarded, which could plummet them down a couple of bands as well as cutting the subsidy. Carers, some of our most undervalued and valuable members of our society, they don't kick up much fuss because, you know what, half the time they're too blooming tired. And they can't leave the people who they're caring for to come and make a representation and protest. We've heard the public questions and the representations came back in the consultation from Magenta, from Citizens Advice Bureau, we've heard from CVS, and also we've all had a letter from the food banks. And our own papers say this could cause more hardship, and we still don't know the knock-on effect. What makes us think we know better than all of those organisations that interact with these people who are some of the most vulnerable day in, day out? If we pass this, it becomes immutable. So once you agree accounts, we can look at the hardship fund, but once you've agreed the council tax base at council, that's it for the year. It's not like other savings where we can swap them in and swap them out. We shouldn't and we must not make our poorest residents pay as an experiment for when we don't know what the results are going to be. Officers should be bringing forward another paper that reflects the consultation, includes the dire consequences, knock-on effects and compound effects of the cuts, and looks harder to find £4 million of savings, only 1% of a £400 million plus budget. Thanks, Gail.